If you're finding this new way of working from home stressful, overwhelming, and maybe you're feeling tired all the time, then in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 ideas that's going to help you adapt, deliver, and just make sure you're in the best possible place for you and your business right now. Keep watching. Hey, Mike Blissett here, founder of Speak Like a Pro Online, sharing ideas, tools, and techniques to help you speak with more confidence, make better videos, and grow your business. On this channel, you see book review, tech, and how-to videos just like this one. So if you're enjoying the video, remember, give it a thumbs up at any time. And if it's your first time here, thanks for being here. And remember, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get to know every time I upload a new video. So if you are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and just tired all the time working from home in this new normal, then number one, I get it. I'm on this journey too, and so many of my clients, both coaching and training clients, have mentioned exactly the same thing. So this is the new reality. This is the new normal. So how can you deal with that, work with that, so that you come out of it, and I think we will come out of it, whenever that is, in the best possible shape for your business, so that maybe by the end of it, you'll have an extra additional strand to your business than that you'll have built up the online version of it. In a recent report from The Economist magazine, they found that 1 in 3 Americans currently say that they work at home on a full-time basis, whereas just a few months ago, before this crisis, that number was around 1 in 50. So you can see that shift, which I think is probably in the same ballpark, whichever country you may be in, and I'm here in the UK, I think it's probably quite similar wherever you are in the world, in that more people now work from home, even though maybe the restrictions or the lockdown in wherever you are has maybe started to ease slightly as we negotiate back into some semblance of normal life. Still, I think the majority of people are working from home, and whether that's you're working for an employer or you have your own business, that working from home is about recreating how you see what you do, so that it's not just about inputting the data or connecting with people on the computer as you would maybe do or have done previously in the office. Now it's doing that, but still the logistics have changed in that if you face a screen for 6 or 7 hours a day, if you're on Zoom calls back to back, as a lot of coaches and trainers and speakers have been, that actually is more draining than if you were in a live training room where there's exchanges of energy and laughter and banter and conversation and all that. That's more kind of conducive to our natural sociable way of being as human beings. So even though we can do that online now, we can do it on a computer. That's partly why I think that so many of us, me included, have found this transition initially tiring, more tiring than usually, even though you will have probably thought that you were doing pretty much the same thing, except it's remotely. So how do you reconfigure that? How do you renegotiate that so that you can still be effective, you can still deliver, you can still be in contact with your people and feel more energized, more alive, and just more comfortable and less stressed? So that's why I have 3 ideas to share with you, in the hope that you will try them on for size and see how they work for you. Now, I've been using every single one of them myself, and I still do because they work for me, and I've been working with clients, sharing the same process with them, whether that's coaching clients or business clients or consulting or training clients, and they take versions of whatever, how this fits with what they do in their business, and they tell me, they report back that it's working better for them. So let's jump in. Idea number 1 is to get really clear about the products and the services that you deliver within your business and how you deliver them. Now, I can already hear you saying, Mike, I already know my products and services and how I deliver them. And I get it. I believe you. I understand. Me too. Here's the thing. The world has changed. How we deliver that has changed. We've been forced to change how we deliver what we do for the most part, the huge majority of what we do. Now, to give you an example, if you are, I'm just thinking people I recently have worked with over the last couple of weeks, if you're a yoga instructor, if you're a piano teacher, if you're a business coach, then for the most part, you have your products and services, you have your piano lessons, you have your yoga classes, you have your, coaching programs. And for the most part, they would have been delivered offline. So face to face, whether that's in a classroom or a yoga studio or a hotel lobby. If you're a business coach, I used to do most of my business coaching in hotel lobbies and sometimes airport lounges around the world for 18 years. But here's the thing. For the most part, that has changed in that for the majority of what we do now, we have this. We have the computer, we have the internet. Sure, we got telephone, sure, we got mobile. But the thing is, the majority of what I do now and the people I work with, the majority of what they do and how they do it, and I'm doing this, is because it's online, it's on the computer. And on the one hand, this is a brilliant tool that we have that can still allow us to do what we do, but still, how we use it has changed. So one thing to look at once you become clear on what you offer in your products and services and how you offer it is that to consider how else you could do that. For example, if you offer or if you previously offered one-day training for example, organizations, I know a lot of coaches, a lot of trainers now that deliver that in three more bite-sized chunks. It's still significant chunks, but they're bite-sized. For example, 3 90-minute or 2-hour sessions instead of a one-day session. And those 90 minutes or 2-hour sessions could be over a period of days, and they could be consecutive, or it could be interspersed within a week. For example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you still get the same content, and the client still gets the same value, but you're delivering it in a much more manageable chunk. And equally, it's not just what you deliver, it's how the client actually connects with that. In that, from a client's point of view, it sounds like they could do the same amount of training in a one-day event online that they could do one day in the room, but actually that is really, really intense. It really is. And so it could be that your 90-minute or 2-hour or 1-hour sessions, whatever it is that you think you can repackage your content, is actually more digestible. It's more of an easy yes for your existing clients and for your new clients that hopefully you're signing as well to interact with and consume. So just think about what you offer and how it can maybe be repackaged or reconfigured. So number one, you're in the best possible place. You're still packing in the value and delivering your service, and still managing your energy and your focus. So we're human. We're delivering a human service, whether you're a consultant, a trainer, a teacher, or, whatever you do. And so just you have to be in the best possible place. This is why I'm mentioning this. And then equally, from a client's point of view, it might be to ask them, it might be to do a straw poll just to give them some options and see what will work best for them. 2-hour sessions, a longer one-day session as it was before, or maybe bite-sized chunks interspersed over a week. And you might be surprised what you get back, because I think people now, because we're a few months into this coronavirus pandemic that we're all trying to manage and negotiate, I think companies and people within the companies now have a greater understanding and handle of how they can work remotely with their teams and have their teams utilize and interact with people like you if you're delivering that product and service for them. Idea number 2 is to choose or make sure you are using the best platform for you, for the products and services that you offer, how you work with people within your business, and then also the best platform for those people, for your clients and your customers as well. Because here's the reality, whilst most platforms, if you look at their websites, they can seem quite similar. Actually, when you look a little bit under the bonnet, they can sometimes be subtly different or radically different, in that some provide one set of tools and the others something else. And you have to find how you work with people and what kind of tools, what kind of deliverables you would need to use within the platform that you choose. Now, to give you an example, I'm going to share the 3 main platforms that I use. I say three main platforms because if a client occasionally comes along and asks me to use something else, then, within reason and so long as I can understand it, I will still use that, and that's fine. But for the most part, the huge majority of people I work with and how I deliver, what I deliver is in one of these three mediums. So in no particular order, let's jump into the first one. Now, the first one is Zoom. Now, Zoom comes with some benefits that I use with the kind of work that I do, and especially when I'm speaking with groups or if I'm training, in that it has things like breakout rooms. So if you can imagine, if you're a trainer and you set up an exercise and then you ask an amount of people to go and find a partner, or 2 or 3 people to do an exercise for 10 or 15 minutes or whatever time limit it is, and they go and do their exercise. Now, virtually on Zoom with breakout rooms, that's the same facility. So you as the trainer, you can walk as you would walk around the training room and listen into the various groups. I have conversations with them as they're doing their exercises, and then move on to the next one. You can do the same with Zoom as well, with the breakout rooms, with the meeting rooms as well. So that's a great facility. It's a great tool to have. Zoom also has the ability to have a whiteboard, which you can use, or people can give you comments and springboard or brainstorm ideas, and you can write their comments on, just as you would do a flip chart or a whiteboard in a training room as well. So I think that's really nice that you can do something you can do real time. You can have a physical flip chart or whiteboard in front of your camera wherever you're filming from, but actually to have one virtually within a training room is really useful as well. And then I think finally with Zoom, the thing I like the most is that it has the ability to be meetings where you can just address the meeting and quieten everybody else, or it can be an interactive meeting and they can be you can be on screen, or you can just have the voice, or you can have them muted so it's just you addressing the meeting, or you can also have a webinar where it's traditional. I'm sure you've attended webinars through the years where you can just go through a slideshow and present what you want to deliver, or teach what you want to teach. Or equally, you can do webinars where you're just camera facing like this and then keep flicking into the slides and then back again. So it's it has a more live feel as well. And with Zoom, with all of the features it has, you can also record. So then you can deliver or provide that content, that lesson, that training that you've had, if you want to, as an extra resource for your clients as well. Now, platform number 2 is Skype. Now, Skype is brilliant because, well, it's been around for a long time, and that means that everybody knows about it. It's not a platform that you have to convince or to introduce to somebody, whether they have used it or not, and likelihood they probably have used it at some point anyway. It's a platform that people use. And so I use Skype for many coaching sessions, and I can share screen if I want to share something to demonstrate something within a coaching session, and it has that flexibility. It's a great, stable platform as well. So the third platform I use is Kajabi, and chances are if you're watching this video on my website or on my blog or on a page on my website, you're already watching me on Kajabi. Now, Kajabi began about 9 years ago, essentially as a online platform to host online courses, mostly video courses, but it can be any kind of online courses. And then through the years, that has grown, what it offers, in that you can now have your website and your mailing list and your CRM, your content management system, your newsletters, your blog. I mean, just a whole load of things on there as well. And because it's all under the same bonnet, the same ecosystem, as Steve Jobs used to say at Apple, it just works. And I've been using Kajabi for about 4 years now, and I moved my website and mailing list and all the 9 yards over to it about 3 years ago. And I can just say that it's easier than using lots of different platforms in different places and trying to join them together. With Kajabi, it just works. So that's the platform I use for the most part, if you are doing one of my courses, or if you're in my community, or if you're in my ecosystem, so you've got my newsletter or my blog or whatever, you're watching that, you're interacting that with Kajabi. So If you want to try out any of these platforms, so Zoom, Skype, or Kajabi, I'll put links immediately below. And just to say with Kajabi, if you really do want to try it out, as someone who has a Kajabi website, I can offer a special 28-day challenge. So what that means is you can try it out for free for 28 days without putting any credit card or payment information in. Just to give it a spin, you get full access to everything. So you can build a website, a course, whatever you want to do, just to try it out for that 28 days. You can even sell it if you want within the 28 days and make some money. And then after the 28 days, if you decide it's not for you, it just ends. That's fine. Nobody chases you. Or if you want to continue, then you can continue and buy whichever level you want to deliver. Now, within that 28 days, it also comes with a 28-day, 28 video free mini training course. Each day it shows you how to build a website, how to put a mailing list on there, how to write newsletters, how to build an online course, how to upload your videos. I mean, everything so you would know how to do it. And you just get that each day for 28 days. And as I say, you don't need to pay for that. It's a free trial so that you can really give it a spin. Take it for a spin and see if that might work for you. So that's something. I'll leave the link immediately below this video. It's called the Kajabi 28-day challenge. And if you want to get that, that's how I started. And just looking at the prices, how much the various levels of Kajabi are, you might think, oh my gosh, that's quite an investment. But just to say, since I moved my business to Kajabi and the business just works more easily, more fluently on Kajabi, that has more than paid for itself many times over since I did that. So just bear that in mind when you're trying it out, when you're looking at how much the various levels are, and just think about what that could do for your business to reach its full potential, especially in a time like this where, you know, personally speaking, I look forward to the day when we can start doing live events and doing live training and doing live courses and coaching again. I miss that. But equally, in the meantime, I feel blessed that I have this online version of my business. And if that's what you're looking for to get through this time yourself, because we don't know how long this period, this situation is going to last, whether we're going to get treatments, whether we're going to get a vaccine. But the thing is, I think for the next considerable amount of time, this is the new reality. This is the new way of doing things. And having talked to various agents and managers and people in the business, the training, the speaking, the events business, what they all seem to think is that even as we get through this crisis and we come out the other end, and I believe we will come out the other end, as we come out of it, life is probably not going to go back exactly to the way it was before. In that, you know, I think there will be live training events, all the rest of it, but I think what has happened in this amount of time, these few months or year or so that we've been doing this, I think companies and customers and clients will realize that actually what you offer online might be a better fit, an easier fit, a more applicable to how they want to work with you and use your products, skills and services going forward. So you might, in this time, by doing this, looking at the platforms, how you deliver things and etc., you might find a way of working that as we come out of this, you actually want to keep, and it will expand your business as well. So if you're enjoying the video, remember, give it a thumbs up at any time. And if it's your first time here, thanks for being here. And remember, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get to know every time I upload a new video. So idea number 3 is to see how you deliver the content, and just to notice, is it the way that best serves you, or could it be could it add more variety or be delivered in a fresher way? For example, if you are that coach, that consultant, that piano teacher, that yoga instructor, whatever it is you do, and mostly what you did before is face-to-face offline, and now you do it face-to-face online, just think about how else you might do that. What else you could throw into the mix just to keep a sense of variety or keep it fresh. In that, There are videos, so you can do to camera, Zoom, Skype, etc. Live video streaming, but you could also record content as you're consuming now on this video from me. You could create an initial taster course. You could create a mini course for your piano tuition, your yoga, your dance teaching, or your how-to, or your top tips, or your coaching, or whatever. It could be a mini course. It could be what I call your signature program. So this could be a longer program that you take people through a sequential how to be a great guitarist, or how to create more flexibility in the dance, or how to eat a more healthy diet, or how to build a more successful business. Whatever your products or services, a signature program is the one that you're most known for, and it's usually a longer form, maybe 6 weeks, 3 months, or 1 year program. And it could be something that going forward could be automated, so that even when you maybe do go back to working face to face with people, some of those clients or more people might choose actually to do these courses. So what that means from your business point of view is that you've just expanded it. Now, it's important to say right at the very beginning, you don't have to do all this today, unless you want to, of course, but you don't really have to do this all today. It's about a negotiation, it's about an evolution, it's about a journey, and that we're all on that journey in life, in business, in how you work with people anyway. And so it's important to say, give yourself a break, take your time, and just feel what is most natural and achievable for you at any one time. Because if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling tired all the time with what you're doing, you don't want to add an extra level of busyness on top of that. So just manage these ideas and just implement and explore what works best for you. Now, just to give you a bit of insight, a bit of background into how I've done this myself. Now, I mentioned that I started looking at online about 4 years ago. Well, actually, I started working with YouTube and making videos at the beginning very sporadically about 8 or 9 years ago. And then probably over the last 2 or 3 years, I've got more serious and more intentional and probably more regular with it as well. With Kajabi, I just started looking at an online course, and that took me quite some time to not only figure out how to do it, but also find the confidence to do it as well. So that's just my journey in a gradual approach. And then, so that online course is called Speak Like a Pro Online. It's a 3-month course, a 90-day course. And that's been out about 3 years. 2 years ago, I decided to record a mini version of that. And that was called Summer School. So just because it just happened to get finished in, I think, July 1 year, 3 years ago. So I added that to it. And then just quite recently, at the beginning of this pandemic, I decided to do a mini version of that, just as a 7-day challenge, a 7-day speak live online video, 7-day challenge. And each day I would deliver like a mini 15-minute video. And so that's a mini course. Now, the thing is, all of those 3 courses are now in my Kajabi site. They didn't all happen at once, and I didn't cram them all into the same time. I just did them at the time when I thought, okay, I've got a bit of space here now. I want to add some more variety, a bit more freshness into what I do, and then I added something. So when you're thinking about doing this as well, that's why I suggested, do not think you have to do this all at the same time. What I would suggest you do is to begin thinking about what you do, how that's working for you now, and how you could make that work in a better way for you now, which is why I had the 3 ideas that I've shared with you today. So, question of the day: how have you been running your business since we began on this new reality of having to work from home this year? Leave your comments and your questions in the boxes below. And if you have enjoyed the video, remember, give it a thumbs up. If it's been your first time here, remember to click the subscribe and also the notification bell, so we keep in touch and let each other know when we've got a new video coming up there as well. Remember, this channel is all about sharing ideas, tools and techniques to help you speak with more confidence, make better videos and grow your business. I'm Mike Blissett. Until we speak again, take care.